The move by the CBN to redesign some naira notes have triggered anxiety amongst Nigerians. Surprisingly, POS agents, bureau de change are now more reliable than the banks. Question is, where do the POS agents and the bureau de change have the money that the bank ATM don't have to dispense? My name is Mr. Young. You're watching Street Vibe.
Street Vibe with Mr. Young. Mr. Young.
What's your take on availability of cash at the ATM, but POS agents and bureau de change always have money? Do you think there's a conspiracy between the banks and the bureau de change?
The truth, the POS is okay. It's more than better. It's better than bank now, because people go to bank every time. We do not see any money from bank. Both the new money, both the old money, we don't see. But we know that the POS they charge a lot now. But we can see the money from there. That's just the thing, because the POS is better than bank now. That's just the thing.
Now, is it good that Nigerians have to part a certain percentage of their income just to get money from the POS? Don't you think that the federal government needs to do something about the availability of cash at the ATM so that Nigerians can have easy access to cash?
That would be more better. But the problem we are seeing now, everybody complain about all those things. They don't want to do anything about it. So people are suffering because of money in this Edo state. We don't see money. So the truth, the POS, they are the people that give people money now.
Yes. It's a gang up against the society. And for them to cash in on that is a kind of, they want to quickly cash in on this opportunity for them to make bricks money. So that's as regards the POS operators. They want to use the opportunity because they know this situation, it will not last long. So for a little while that it's going to stay. So they want to quickly cash in on it for them to make quick money. So that's one reason why you see people collecting, that is them giving out people 10,000 naira for 2,000 naira or sometimes 1,000 naira.
I want to blame the POS agents or the banking system that have failed the people. Looking at it, because you are not the POS, normally they're not the responsible should I put in an organization to give out money.
Yes.
Are we to blame the POS or we have to blame the bank for this?
We have to blame the bank, because the bank, to you and I, we know, if we dig deeper, we know that they know what's really happening. And if we trail it, like looking at from the back of the coin, we'll see that we will link it to the bank officials. Because they are the ones, that are connected, or most of them, they are the ones that own the POS, the POS outlets. They are the ones, that are bring them out. And plus or minus, we always trade to the bank officials or the bank personnel. So this problem can always be traced to the bank personnel.
So what do you think the government can do to sanitize the system, especially the monetary, the banking system?
Yes, the government, they have their own parts. Then the human rights, because I'm a human rights under Edo Civil Rights Organization. So the human rights, they have their, and if you look at it, they are already on their toes as regards this matter, to bring a lasting solution onto this matter, because we have the human face, and we have the yearnings of our people in our hearts to sincerely make sure that every citizen of this state in particular, we are free from this problem.
These people, they are just using us to do business. You understand? Because you cannot tell me how can a bank be deceiving the full Nigeria that there's no money to display. So like on Monday when I went to the bank, so I saw some bankers giving money to some big men and those POS. But yeah, they were telling that there's no money. So like what I would say, that they are just using it to do business. You understand? So they cannot tell us that the money is not available. The money is available. So since the leaders, they are playing games with us. So I can think that is the reason why the bankers and the POS, they are also using the opportunity to trade on us.
So they're all trading?
Yeah. They are using.
Do you think there's a conspiracy now between the banks, the POS agents, and the bureau de change just to get extra income from Nigerians or to suffer Nigerians?
Yeah, truly. Yeah, because if they are not working hand to hand. I can remember during Jonathan Goodluck, Jonathan, when introduced this new 100 naira, 50 naira, and 20 naira. So he allowed the new naira note and the old naira note to flow together. But these people, because they knew that if they allowed this naira note to flow together, they cannot make money out of it. So that is why they have to put deadline to use it to enrich themselves. I think that there are conspiracy between the bank managers and the government and the POS. So they are working out to hand. So they don't have anything to tell us.
My brother, you know the system we have in the country, it has always been the more you look, the less you see. Everything about Nigeria has been on a magical space. What magical space is that when people who are expected to enjoy some certain benefit in the country are not getting it, it means there's a particular cartel or cabal who have their own program for the system. And that's what we are seeing now in these recent situations of, POS having money, the banks having the money, and the people are supposed to get it and not getting it. So the truth of the matter is just that the so-called power that be, let me not use the word leader now, power that be, they are the one, managing situations at the expense of the masses of the country. And that is why we are in this situation. So I just pray that God will help us in the situations. Thank you.
Do you think there's a conspiracy between the banks, the Bureau de Change, to make money out of Nigerians with the crisis on ground?
Definitely. There's a conspiracy. That is why you see that the masses are groaning under this what will I call it now? Naira designs, and not being able to have access to their own money. Imagine somebody after much stress of trying to gather money to put in a bank, then now to access the money now becomes another issue. So it shows that there's a conspiracy, a very great conspiracy, going on somewhere, probably at the top, between the bank, the POS, and the kind of setup, like I said, the cabals, who are really gaining a lot at the expense of the people of this country.
Police when they arrest POS, that police need to be sacked for Nigeria. Any police when they arrest POS, sack their police, because the same bank, Nigeria youth go start to dey bond the same bank, because bank go dey sell money give POS. You expect say make POS don sell the money. Our bank go carry money give Tinubu, carry money dey give all the politicians. Nobody dey talk. We dey here, we buy fuel, how much? We buy this, how much? Nobody dey talk put. And ITV go carry fake news dey announce am. When they call it fake news na all of them dey talk. Nobody dey talk better news when everybody dey hear. You hear say when they call this ITV, so they will tell you say this one do this one, this one do this one. Nothing wey they do for life. But driver go load amount wey they like, because for don't hear, this or don't hear. Our police are the campaign. All the people when they campaign say make them vote for them. No one want to vote for this Nigeria, because Tinubu know what, all no way, Obi know what. Nobody want to vote for. May youth come and all of them die, because bank is out of the bomb bank, and they want bomb bank. Not be only bank they born. We will find born airports. After don't born airport, they will bomb bank journal, so that your money what they use go expire. And that airport when you want for fly come out for Nigeria, they will burn a journal. May know how you want to fly come out. Police when you want guide, you say police mama, you say police papa, they kill them. You know if you come out, nobody go guide you. May police and soldiers they mind their business for this country. Police are to save civilian. We not police not the guide us, soldiers not the guide us. We dey waka hello. My generator want to use the dirty fan. My prefer I want to use for this generator fan. For us, they take my instrument. Police was supposed to guide me, like go to guide politician. For this country, that's too hard to say. We not fit say this country. Everybody will run live and make them say their country by themselves. Make them no one show they say that they be politician. Nobody they benefit anything for this country. Our oil here, we know they say our phone, we know they say our gas. Everything they there. It's not thing I said, the thing not 2,000 us. I want to withdraw 3,000, they say I want to withdraw 3,000 naira. Police come arrest the POS girl. When people give me the money, who want to give me the money? Bank, everybody don't they queue. Nobody, I say queue since morning. I know if you withdraw 3,000 naira, may I tell it. My wife and my baby no fit eat. I know if you withdraw money, whose work I want do now, may they will give me money, may I tell it. And this country, nobody they talk put. And then here I say, our idiot president say, anybody will talk, they will kill him. Any youth will talk, they will kill him. And the say key, you go see youth key. Everybody that the planner to come outside, you kill youth, you kill mama, you kill papa, you kill everybody. But we don't know who you want rule for this country, because this country don't already die. Nobody knows to survive the country. Jagaba, nobody know what you want to do. Obi, nobody know what you want to do. If you not say you made a vote for you, first do what you will need done. Okay, that's what they agree.
I don't think that POS have money.
Okay.
Because if they have money, they will make use of the money. Where will you get the money from? They'll get money from the bank. Is the bank releasing the money to POS people? I don't think so, because most of the POS places I visited, they say they don't have cash. So some of them will go and queue and collect 10K or 20K. And to get the money is very difficult for them. So what they do is they'll be remitting it by collecting some percentage to give you some money.
So
For instance, last time,
Don't move, just stay in one position.
last time, I collected 5K with 500 naira, which means they gave me 4,500. I did it 3 times. And that money is not getting to anywhere. By the time you remove 4,500, transport from here for a short distance, especially in Benin here, transport is very expensive in Benin, more than other states. So people are suffering here. I believe that the government would have tried to bring this in early in order to make it right so that people will not pass through stress and suffer. Many people are not happy. I was in UBA yesterday. A woman was hitting on the table. Almost wanted to bust there in your own money. So I don't think that I know, to my own reasoning, I know that government have planned because of some certain people that are holding the money or that printed the money to contest election. But I really want, if this 10,000 or they are giving can be stable, so that those people that have printed money to share, the money will be useless in their hands.
So do you think it's about people printing money to share or people holding money for election? That is the reason why government decided to bring this policy.
It's because
it's just 2 weeks with the election for crying out loud, and people can't even access their money to feed. People can't access their money to do necessary basic amenities that they need to do for themselves after they've labored to work their money. Don't you think that the government would have been considerate in taking this policy less, as in quicker or earlier than this, looking at the crisis that it has caused for Nigerians and the suffering that people are going through?
Yes, the cause of this thing, number one, you said, is people that are holding the money, number one. And the government is supposed to start early, treating this before to the dying time. And I don't think because of what government is doing, that will solve the problem. Like the last said I had him, when he said a hungry man is an angry man. You cannot see a man that have 5 children in the family and they don't have up to 2,000 naira, and then you give the man 5,000 to vote you. The person will definitely vote you. But I believe that the government have some good plan agenda for this holding this money. But my plea is for people to be patient with the government. Because the Bible says everything worketh together for good for them that love God. And since they are not seizing your money finally, let us have patience and be managing the 5K. The only thing is that the crowd is too much. And what I'm appealing to the government, let this 5K come out on the ATM machine. But I know they will not come out on ATM because the government is paying you 50 naira. You see the cost. So you can't pay 50 naira with ATM machine. That's why you see a lot of crowd in the bank. Someone will go to bank and spend 3 hours.
So let's take a look at it now. Developed countries. Countries are not even as developed as Nigeria. Nigeria is tagged as the biggest economy in Africa. Some other smaller countries have a working ATM. 24 hours, the ATM is always working.
Yes.
What is the problem that we are experiencing in this country that you cannot just walk to your ATM to just dispense your money without stress? That is even the question. That is even the thing that Nigerians are even asking right now. Going to your ATM to withdraw money without having to go through all these hurdles, going through all this stress. Why is it like that in this country? That you cannot just walk to your ATM and get your money?
The cause is that the government do things in a hurry. The government will just come out with ideas without finishing ideas. We copy the white or the Americans.
No, we're not copying them. We're not copying the good. Because if we are copying them, the way they live their life and the way we are living is different.
Exactly.
So we don't copy. Don't say we copy them, sir.
Okay, sorry,
because we're not copying the good things that they are doing.
Yes, the good things
it's the negative things that affect the people negatively. That's what we are copying. And that's why we have our country like this.
Yes.
We're not copying them.
Yes, when you talk about, when I say copy, we're introducing something we cannot do better in this country. We pretend as if we want to make Nigeria to be like foreign countries.
What is my take on this? First of all, I want to say that the redesign of the new naira note was a wrong timing. Very, very wrong timing. As you can see now, the hardship is everywhere. You have money, they told us to deposit the old naira note. Now to get the new naira note, you can't get it. go to all the bank, UBA, Zenith Bank, you see the queue to get it. You can't even get more than 5,000 naira a day. POS, they are charging you 2,000 naira for 10,000 naira. Man, the hash is really a wrong timing. What they would have done is that it should have been after the election, not before the election. You understand? This was really a wrong timing. And we are not seeing the naira note, and the bank are also sabotaging it. You go to a party, you see people spray the naira note. I was watching a video yesterday, one of the bank, I think it's Sterling Bank. You see that the whole note, they use it to cover the new naira note. They didn't load the ATM, but yeah, people are looking for the money. Some bank are holding it, so this is really a wrong timing, and it's taking the effect on every common citizen. I mean the common man. I don't think this is affecting the politicians. It's affecting with the masses.
For me, the recent happenings, I see it as man heal humanity to man. The reason is this. For me, I love the purpose of this money scarcity. If the main purpose is achieved, I love it. But the main purpose now is not achieved. The politicians they still have the money. Now the banks, there's no money to give out. But like the Bureau de Change now, they have it. And where did they get the money from?
Exactly, that's the question.
You understand? And the POS too, most of them they don't have it. Because though they do buy the money from the Bureau de Change. Okay. That's what is going on now. They do buy the money. So sometimes I would say the Nigeria, they should give our government some benefit of doubt, which I have given. But I just pray the main purpose of doing this thing should be achieved. For them not to do vote buying and other thing. But still on, we hope on God. I know that God will see us through.
Street Vibe with Mr. Yo.